freaking kidding me? Good gosh. Yeah, I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm upset. I can't believe what just freaking happened. This is a game Ole Miss should have won 20 plus. Think about it for a moment. First series of the game. Tree Harris, wide open down the field. If he caught the pass, could have been a touchdown maybe. But no, he dropped the pass. First series for Ole Miss was disappointing. The second series for Ole Miss tonight, we drive down the field, miss a field goal. That right there could have been a 10-0 lead pretty quick. The third series of the game, Ole Miss drives down the field, get the ball down to the 5-yard line, 6 or 7-yard line. It's 4th and 1. Ole Miss goes for it. We don't get it. I was hoping for a touchdown there. But this ball game, it could have been 17-0 pretty quick, or it could have been, 21-0 pretty quick. The first part of the game for Ole Miss was very disappointing. Right before halftime, Ole Miss should have just took a knee. But no, we run the ball and fumble it. LSU recovers. They score a touchdown pretty quick. Right before halftime, that was disappointing. Of course, in this ball game, we had a couple turnovers, which also hurt Ole Miss as well, too. But, even with us not able to score the first couple possessions or a couple turnovers or a couple mistakes in this game, Ole Miss was still winning the whole entire ball game. The defense tonight was lights out for Ole Miss, or most of the game. Of course, there toward the end, they gave up a couple touchdowns and a couple plays were kind of a little disappointing for us. But the majority of the game, this Ole Miss defense was pretty good. Yeah, tonight, the offensive line sucked. And I'm calling some guys on camera, I don't care. Michael Pez tonight, you sucked. McIntyre, dude, come on, man. 2 penalties on you in overtime. And you had some other penalties in the game, too. Come on, dude. Tonight, the whole entire offensive line sucked. Dart got sacked. I lost count. I think it was like 6 times, maybe 7 times. Good gosh. But even with Ole Miss not playing their best tonight, we were still winning the whole entire game. And then LSU ties it up with like 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's 23-23. Goes to overtime. Ole Miss gets the ball first, and yeah, McIntyre had a couple penalties. We actually went backwards in overtime. Got the ball at the 25, but with a couple penalties, we went backwards. And thank goodness we had a huge field goal in overtime. Caden Davis made a 50, I think it was like a 56 or 57-yard field goal. That was huge for Ole Miss. So, of course, was hoping for a touchdown, but still, Ole Miss got 3 points, and now you're just kind of hoping this Ole Miss defense, can get a stop. First play, LSU gets the ball in overtime. They throw the ball in the end zone. Touchdown. That's ball game. That's how LSU wins. First play for them in overtime, they score a touchdown. They were down in this ball game the whole entire game. The whole entire game they were losing. They tied it up with like 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they got the first win in the game in overtime. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Good gosh. Now, Ole Miss has 2 losses on the season. For Ole Miss to make the playoffs, look, we do have a bye week next Saturday, but you got Oklahoma here in 2 weeks. Got to beat them. You got Georgia here in 3 weeks or a month or so. Got to beat Georgia. Of course, you got Arkansas, you got Florida, you got State left too. But you have got to beat everybody else this year. Ole Miss cannot afford one more loss. Look, this is just being honest on camera. If Ole Miss gets one more loss this year, we're not making the playoffs. We're not. That's just being honest. A team that goes 9-3 is not making the college football playoffs. For Ole Miss to get inside the playoffs, you got to beat Oklahoma, you got to beat Georgia, and you got to beat everybody else. The good thing is Oklahoma's at home. It's good that we have Georgia at home too. But Ole Miss has got to beat everybody else on the schedule. And look, if Ole Miss gets one more loss, and if we don't make the playoffs, a 9-3 team is going to be considered a very disappointing season. Look, Jackson Dart came back. Trey Harris came back this year. Several players decided to come back for Ole Miss this year. Yeah, some of these guys could have went pro. Some of these guys could have transferred if they wanted to. But they came back to Ole Miss in hopes of winning the championship this year. Of course, in the portal, Ole Miss brought in a lot of good talent. We spent millions and millions and millions of dollars in the portal. I think we spent around like $15 million, I think it was kind of in that ballpark somewhere. But look, when you have your starting quarterback and your best wide receiver and many good players return, and of course, when you have a very good transfer class too, the expectations this year are super high. Expectations for Ole Miss football have never been this high before. Times have changed for Ole Miss football. And yeah, if Ole Miss gets 3 losses and if we don't at least go to the playoffs, yeah, it's gonna be a disappointing season. But tonight, yeah, I'm heartbroken. I'm down, pissed, angry, upset, kind of shocked at what happened to. But come on. This is the game we should have won. Not only should have won by 3 points or 7 points, we should have won this game by 14 plus or 20 plus. If Ole Miss would have had a good start in this game, and if we could have scored on all those possessions back in the first quarter, this would have been a different ball game, and Ole Miss would have won. Yeah, if Ole Miss would have won by 20 plus, oh yeah, my reaction would be totally different in this video. It would. But yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. But yeah, Ole Miss cannot afford another loss this year. Offensive line has got to step it up. The play calling has got to improve. Well, I'm really calling it a night. I am going to bed, and I'm going to try and forget what happened tonight. So, I'll talk to y'all again pretty soon, but howdy-toddy.